Right. So today I'm going to discuss about the Synapse. Okay. Synapse is actually is one of the data warehouse. Okay. So in market, each and every cloud having the data warehouses. The purpose of these data warehouses means for storing the large volume of data. Okay. So before data warehouses, we have a RDBMS concepts, relational database management techniques. RDBMS, right? Like Azure SQL, normal SQL Server, MongoDB, Cassandra, like Oracle, right? NoSQL, MS SQL. These are all things which is comes under the RDBMS concept, relational database management systems. But in relational database management systems, we have some limitations. Relational database management system only designed for storing the structured data. That too, there is some limitation, right? So, as data engineer point of view, when we are handling the big data workloads, we need to store the large volume of data, right? So that is the purpose. Clouds are offering the different types of data warehouses. Okay, Azure point of view, we have only Synapse. Synapse is one of the data warehouses concept, and not only data warehouse, it supports the analytics point of view. Means here in Databricks, generally we can create the workspace inside workspace. We can create the clusters. We can write the Spark related code and we'll perform some transformations, right? Even though we can perform same things here as well, right? Databricks, how we are going to connect these storages Azure Data Lake Gen 2. We need to create a mount point. We used to connect this storage account, right? Here also we can able to do it. Okay, and the ADO pipelines also we can create it here as well. Okay, let me show you the difference. So we have SQL database only for support the transaction workloads only. But Synapse Analytics, it supports the OLAP. Okay, it is a OLTP, but it is a OLAP. Okay, it supports the complex analytic workloads. Okay, but SQL, for example, when we are handling the bulk of tables, when we are handling the large bulk of tables, the bulk of tables having the data, right? If I want to load the data into large volume of data, large tables into the your target, right? Generally, we are preferring poly-based concept. Poly-based means at a time we are going to store the huge amount of data, bulk of tables, and that to bulk of tables having the large volume of records. Okay, but SQL we don't have an inbuilt feature. We are gonna create separately. But Synapse point of view, we have inbuilt feature. In Azure Data Factory, a pipeline also we have a feature. While we select the copy activity, we have an option called polybase. Bulk of data we can able to store into the destination. Okay, Synapse same. ADF also supports the polybase concept. Synapse Analytics also supports the polybase. Okay, and SQL, if you compare the normal SQL database, it is a relational database management system, right? So we have some security point of view, we have some limitations, but here we have an advanced security relations. Like it supports security centers. It automatically detect any thread related things and all. Okay, scalability point of view, while creating the Azure SQL, right? Let me show you. Azure SQL, right? While creating the Azure SQL, we have options SQL Database Manager, instance, and virtual machines. So scroll down. Here we have elastic pools based upon the environment's workloads. We have a development productions and compute storages. All right. So based upon our need, generally we used to create these things. Okay. But I don't know. I don't know when the workload is increasing from the source system, when the workload is decreasing from the source system. I'm not sure. For example, today, maybe we are receiving the source system 1 TB of data. Maybe tomorrow 1 GB of data. Day after tomorrow 10 TB of data. We are not sure about the incoming data from the source system. It keep on changing, either daily or hourly. It depends. All right. I need a one option. Means that option we can call it as scalability. All right. In Azure Databricks, while creating the cluster, we have a scalability option, right? Minimum workers, maximum workers. Why we are maintaining the minimum workers and maximum workers while creating the cluster? We are not sure about the incoming data, source data, right? We need a compute and we need a storages. We need a scalability. Automatically adjust the missions based. So, for example, if suddenly workload is increasing. So the source system producing a huge amount of data. Automatically missions will be created. Automatically mission will be decreased based upon the demand. Right? Means that we can call it as scalability. So Azure SQL, we don't have that scalability option. Okay. So we have some limitations. We have some limitation. Scale up and scale down workloads. We have a smaller database sizes only. All right. So while creating the compute and storages, we have options to configure it, right? Please select. Okay, first I need to create this server first. Okay, here we have options compute and storages, right? For increasing and decreasing. Okay, say, but while compared to these features, here we have advanced features. Up to 1 TB, more than 1 TB, we can able to select it. 240 TB also, 1 TB to 240 TB. Unlimited data, we can able to store it. But here we have some limitations. Even though Azure SQL, while creating the Azure SQL, so here we have a backup option, right? Backup means, for example, my on-prem having the database having some tables, say tables having some data. So I just take the backup by using this recovery service vault. We have a recovery service vault, service which is available in Microsoft Azure. By using this service, people start taking the backups from the source system, and that backup we can able to see here, right? So if you want, you can load that data into your new databases. Yes, we can store it. Okay, but there is a limitations while taking the backup, especially from Azure SQL point of view. There is a limitations means up to 35 days of backup data we can able to maintain it here. But here 7 to 35 asynchronous synchronization. So we have replications, geo replications options. Actually, it will be supported when compared to these things, failovers. Okay, so let's see practical manner. Okay, right here I'm creating the you need to search as a Azure Synapse. So Synapse Analytics is different, data warehouse is different. So here I just select the Azure Synapse Analytics. Here I'm creating the analytic. Let me create. So here I'm creating the Synapse workspace. Synapse workspace. So while creating the Synapse workspace, we have basic security, networking, tags, and review for it. So you need to add resource group and manage your resource group. So while creating the Databricks, also we have a option, right? Manage your resource, internal resource group. Databricks. If I'm creating the data, see here also, while creating the Databricks, here we need to create the first workspace. Workspace people are work together. So here we have a manager resource group. Same here also we have a manager resource group. The purpose of managed resource group is like Databricks, right? While creating the Databricks space, there is a internal storage accounts will be created. Those are actually part of Databricks workspace. Here also, internal some services will be created. Those services will be part of this managed resource group. Parent resource group is different. Internal resource group is different. Here also we need to pass the workspace details. See in Databricks also, here we need to pass the workspace details like workspace name, region, pricing tier. These options. Here also workspace name, region. But here we need to choose the Azure Data Lake Chat. Here we need to choose the Azure Data Lake Chat, either subscription level or else if you have any URL, you need to pass it here. For example, if you are using the different tenant ID, not your portal, another portal. We have a once if you create a storage account, it starts with end with the dfs.core.windows.net, right? So you need to paste that URL here. System name. Okay, right. Let me first create the storage account here. We'll see this option, but while compared to the Azure SQL, it's very, very cost. Okay, storage accounts. Let me create storage account. Resource group, test Azure something. Storage account name, Synapse data workload something. Everything I'm gonna maintain under REST US. My primary workload, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Redundancy LRS file. Click on next. Here I'm going to select the hierarchical namespace, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Click on next. Data protection no need. Click on next. Tags, review create. Create. It will take some time. Let's wait. Meanwhile, let me show you the data warehouse, Synapse data warehouse. Here I'm creating the analytics. Okay. So we have dedicated SQL pool. Dedicated SQL pool. Earlier, the older name is called SQL Data Warehouse. Right. Formerly, earlier old name is SQL Data Warehouse. Now the people we can call it as a Synapse. Dedicated SQL pool. I will explain this difference between serverless SQL pool and dedicated SQL pool. Okay. Here I'm creating the data warehouse. SQL data warehouse. Almost same. While creating the SQL, we have options, right? Same options you can able to see here it as well. Okay. Let me create the data warehouse. See, same basic networking, additional settings, tags, and review create. Subscription name, resource group name, SQL pool name, server name, geo redundant, and performance level. But let's see the comparison between the Azure SQL. While creating the Azure SQL, see, here also almost we have options, same options. Like resource group, server name, elastic pool. See? Here also we need to create a pool name and a workload, dev or QA. Next we have a compute storages. Next we have a backup. Right? Almost we have a similar options. But here we have only geo redundant. SQL data warehouse means here we are storing the large volume of data. Means our data must and should be protected. We need to store the data into the multiple regions. That to multiple data centers, multiple zones. Okay, if you want to store your data into the geo-redundant manner, yes, we can store it. Data protections point of view. While creating the SQL databases, see, here we have a here also we have options. Let me give the options. Let's see. SQL also we have options, right? Where it is, where it is. SQL database also we have options. Backup storage redundant. Choose your filter backup certificate data. Redundancy, select value for backup storage redundancy. First, let me give these details. Let's try. There is a redundancy options also there into the SQL. While creating the storage account, we have options, right? Redundancy, same high availability, same options also we can able to see here it as well. See, yeah, we need to give the mandatory details, then only we can able to see these options. Right now I'm in SQL database. So we have a redundancy, LRS, GRS, ZRS, GZRS. So here we have a LRS, ZRS, GZRS, all those options we can able to see. Okay. In Synapse also, here we have a geo redundant. We have a geo redundant. Okay. Let me give the mandatory details here as well. Pool name, for example, test pool. Server name. Let me create this server. So Synapse test something. Regions, locations, I'm going to maintain it same. So here also same techniques, SQL authentication, Microsoft Enter authentication, almost same process. Click on OK. See, now performance level. Here we have a performance level point of view. If we compare the SQL, right, we have a just only compute storage. So while see normal server having some compute and storage, right? If you take a laptop having the configurations like a I processor, i7 processor, something, 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM, 1 TB hard disk. It's like the way we have a configurations and hard disk also HDD something, SDTD, series S, right? Those are all configurations, right? So here we have a same like while creating the server, we need to specify the compute and storages. While specifying this compute storages, SQL databases having the only some different options. These are all the hardware configurations. Okay, but well, if you compare the data warehouse, right, it will having the advanced generations features. Okay, data warehouse, DW means data warehouses. So base select performance level, click on it. So here we have a generation 1 and generation 2. See, if right now I'm in generation 1, Gen actually is not available right now. Only Gen 2 is available. Per hour, they are going to charge 99.83 rupees per hour. So 1000 C, right? 1000 C. Data warehouse is 1000 C. Okay. So based upon your selection, they are going to charge them. So for example, if I increase in the 30,000 C, right, they are going to charge this amount, right? So unnecessarily, no need these options. Okay, just decrease it. Okay, per hour 99.83. Okay, click on apply. Right. Next we have a networking. Right. I want to access these data warehouses securely and privately. So here we have a private endpoint. Same like SQL also. Right. Here we have a networking. See private endpoint. So by using this private endpoint, there is IP address will be generated, virtual network. Who are part of that specific IP address range access, those people can able to access your databases or a data warehouses. Okay. Next additional setting, same. Here also additional settings. Here we have some security. So here we have a none backup sample, none backup and sample. So if you select the backup, so the backup you need to select your existing backup here. Here also none backup. Here we don't have any sample options. Okay, click on none. Right. Tags. So review and create. So like we need to create. Per hour they are going to charge the 99.83 rupees. I think the SQL data warehouses, these things, I guess in free trial, I don't have this. I feel um, these options, I think, not available. I'm not sure about free trial. If you want, you can check it. But as of now, I'm using the pay as you go. Okay. So click on create. So this is the way we need to create the database. Data warehouse. So here we are talking about data warehouse. But in previous, here we are talking about the analytic. For example, by using this analytic, we can do the ADF pipelines, we can do the Spark related activities, everything we can perform it. Okay. A lot of advanced options available here. See, while creating the Synapse workspace, so here we need to pass some mandatory information. So, right, I need a data lake Gen 2, right? So, right, Azure Data Lake Gen 2 already created, few minutes back already created. Click on container. Here I'm going to create some containers. Right. So let me upload some sample data here. Right. Right. Same. Here I'm creating the Synapse workspace. Let me refresh the page. Same. While creating the Databricks, What are the options we are able to see, right? Same options we can able to see here it as well. Okay, let me select the mandate things. So here also we need to pass the internal group. Workspace name, Synapse workspace, west west. So next account name. Okay, storage account name is Synapse data workload something. Okay, Synapse data workloads. Okay, container name is branch. Great. So assign myself the storage of data contributor role on the data lake storage account to interactively query to the workspace. The reason is we already seen right in Databricks point of view. So did you remember guys in Databricks in Databricks workspace once if you create Databricks, if you want to connect your storage account in case if your data available in branch, that too your storage account related to Azure Data Lake. So here we need to create a mount point under the Databricks. Next, we need to give the permissions, role-based access control, right? Here we need to create one IAM role-based access control. Normal permissions. Permissions we need to add it, right? Role is storage blob data contributor, right? We need to select it. Now member is Azure Databricks. Here we need to add the something Azure Databricks, right? These options we need to add it. So then only we can able to fetch this storage account details into the Databricks. Same, right? Here automatically I'm giving the permission. Assign myself, I'm the one using this my Synapse workspace. Okay, my role is Azure Data Contributor for accessing the Azure Data Lake, right? Next to security, same. It is a mixed one. Here we are doing the mixed part, authentication technique, SQL authentication technique. So both local and Microsoft Azure authentication is who are part of your team. That too, who are part of your Active Directory. Like we have a groups and users, right? The data engineer, data science, machine learning. So those people want to only Microsoft Entra team only wants to connect your Synapse workspaces, right? You need to select it. So I need both, like you local and both, because I'm not aware of this Microsoft Entra authentication. The reason is I'm new to Azure Data Engineering. Consider I'm a student, I'm new to this Azure portal. I'm not aware of this Microsoft Entra authentication. This Microsoft Entra will be taken by the admin team, right? So for doing the testing and POC point of view, I just select the first one. Right. Here we need to give the username and password. Okay. Okay. Username and password. Allow network access to data lake Gen 2. The selected Gen 2 account does not restrict network access using network. You select OK. Click on networking. So if you want to connect your workspaces, even though while creating the Databricks also we have a networking options. With the help of this virtual network, there is a specific IP address will be generated. We can able to access your services securely. Here also we have a network. So let me allow the firewall rules. So SQL, once if you create the SQL guys, did you remember once if you create the SQL server, we need to allow the firewall rule. Then only we can able to access the SQL, right? So here by default, here I'm giving the allow options to access my SQL. Next to tags, review created. And one more thing, these things actually very cost per hour. Our serverless SQL Pool cost 495, 411. It is hourly or monthly. Validation failed whenever user workspace name. Okay. Pay as you are right, they are going to charge the huge amount. paper coring mode. So based upon our usage, they are going to charge the app. Let me create. Okay, let's wait for a few more minutes. The deployment is in progress. Okay, right. See, so here data warehouse is created. I want in right now I'm in one tab that is the data warehouse. Synapse Analytics also it is creation is going on. First, let's check the uh, data warehouses. So here we have a server name. Copy the server name. So use SSMS. I think here I need to allow the firewall to run. Yes, let's see. Okay, here we have a query editor. First, let's try here. Are we going to no? So here we need to allow the IP address. Let me allow the server firewall to click on OK. Yeah, now we are successfully entered into the Synapse data warehouses. Right now, same like SQL manner. Here we are able to be same SQL manner. SQL. Okay. All right. Let's try it now. SSMS. select the right database. Yes, you can start your SQL related activities like creating tables, inserting data, maintaining metadata, creating procedure, creating the joins, common table expressions. See, SQL related activities you can able to perform here. Okay, let's navigate to the Synapse Analytics. Go to resources. Okay, see, so Synapse Analytics created successfully. Here we have a 4 services will be created. So one is SQL Server, same like. So one is storage account, right? Internal storage account, right? Sorry, it's part of the while creating the Synapse Analytics, right? I just select this one. Next we have a Synapse workspace. Next we have a dedicated SQL pool, right? Here we are creating dedicated SQL pool, right? Synapse desktop GT. You can able to see these two things. These two things already existing one, right? Right now these two things part of analytics. Data warehouse is part of Synapse Analytics. Okay, right. Let me select the Synapse workspace. Okay, scroll down. Okay, so under overview, we are able to see the all these details here, like your primary Azure Data Lake URL, bronze is SQL admin username. So Microsoft admin is details, dedicated SQL pool. So here we have a workspace web URL. Click on this URL. Right, same like data factory manner. Here we are able to see these options. Okay, so here we can able to write SQL script, KQL script, KQL. Same, it is one of the same SQL manner related scripts. Same Fabric also supports the KQL scripts. Fabric only supports KQL script. You can able to write notebooks here. You can able to create data flows also. You can able to do these Spark related jobs. You can able to create pipelines, everything. Okay. Here we have a 6 options: manage, monitor, integrate, develop, data, home. Okay, let me check one by one. Click on manage. Right here we are able to see SQL pools for handling the bulk of data point of view. Here if you want, you can create the Apache Spark pool also. Okay, you can here we can create the linked services for the external point of view. Here we have a triggers to run the pipeline schedule manner or event based manner. Okay, see here we have a schedule trigger, thumbnail trigger, event based trigger. Here we have integration runtimes also, like Azure self-host. Here we don't have any auto resolve integration runtime. Auto resolve integration part of only ADF pipeline. So inside Synapse Analytics point of view, here we don't have auto resolve. We have only Azure self-hosted as a service. Okay. So here we have access controls. We can give the permission. Same like in Fabric. Fabric also we have the same type of things. Okay. Right. If you want to give the access to the your workspace to the specific team member, right? We can give the like Synapse contributor level. We can do anything. We can able to anything. We can do anything. Administrator, we can do the only administrator point of view. Okay. Right. Only workspace item point of view, if you want to give the permission, you can give to it. I want to give the access to only integration runtime, only linked service, only pool point. You need to select the role and you need to select the user. That's it. Okay. Right. So any Git configuration also is there. You need to configure it here. Select the repository. Okay. Here we have only Microsoft Entra ID. I think you guys are familiar about these things. You need to select your organization name and project name. Required resources not free. The following project does not exist. ADF data flow project. So we need to create it. Okay. So here you need to select the Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps organization. My Azure DevOps organization. Make sure both are default only, active directory, default directory. So here I'm creating a new organization. Yes, next to WYP. Okay, see. Project name, Synapse. Synapse project something. Private, okay. Create project. That's it. After that, here inside we need to create a repository. Azure repo. Okay. Right. Copy the URL. The organization name is which one? Link. Okay. Project name is missing. Here we have already project name, right? Let me copy it to here. Shravan Cloudflix 0578. Let me select 0578. Why? 776. I think let me select the different one. 776. Okay. Amazon project. Okay. Repository. Here I have a repository. I'm gonna create new repository. Synapse. Create. Click on back. Select one more time. Repository name Synapse. Okay, fine. Remaining the details. Okay. So this is the way you need to configure the repository, either GitHub or Azure repo, your wish. Okay. This repository completed successfully. Click on publish. Right. Next, monitor all the SQL related queries, KQL related queries, your data flow, everything will be able to see under this monitoring tab. Okay. Next, we have integrate. For example, I want to create some pipeline. Okay. I want to connect some service here. Click on first. Let me see the pipeline. Okay. So here, let me do something. Right. Here I'm gonna take the copy activity simple. Right. So you need to specify your source. The data set also. Data set. Okay. Click on data set. My data set is on-prem SQL server, for example. My data set is on-prem SQL server. Select the SQL server. Click on continue. Same details you need to pass it here. Whatever we did the ADF, right? Same activities you can able to perform here. Same debug, same everything. Publish it, validate it, push it, everything. The process is same. The process is same. Okay. Right. Okay. That's it for